Today we will be getting the last of the memories, finally. Link's, well, not Link's, but Zelda's story will be complete. But first, I want to do something that I'd sort of teased a long time ago. You remember the Colosseum.
Yeah.
And you remember there being a Lynel in there, a particularly difficult Lynel.
Yeah.
Well, by this point, I've wrecked over a handful of them. I think I could take this on now. But I'm me. I'm gonna take it on from the back.
Of course. There is no honor in Hyrule.
It's not just the Lynel, though. Every level of it is surrounded by decently strong monsters. So I'm gonna stealth this.
I find that they won't jump down to fight you necessarily, but some of them have bows.
That's pretty cheap, having the audience help you in your combat when you're a giant horseman.
Lynels have no sense of honor.
You just said there's no honor in Hyrule.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I guess they're fine.
It goes both ways, man.
No, there's no honor for us, but they have to be honorable. It's no fair.
Maybe something that will kill them faster.
Yep, that'll do it.
Much faster.
That was super effective.
Bonk!
Yes, please.
Basically, no good spears here.
No, but you can pick them up and, like, throw them at the Lynel.
Yeah, I want his attention right now.
And I swear, I have like a lifetime of wishing spears were good in games.
Right?
I always want them to be good, and they never are.
Which is ridiculous, because getting stabbed with a halberd would probably hurt.
No.
You can tell by the music. Despite him still shooting at me, he doesn't see me anymore. It's a little bizarre, I don't know why the music cut out.
Just really localized thunderstorms.
I guess, because I don't know how they're getting under the floor.
I guess now you know how these guys feel when you sneak up on them out of nowhere. Just, who's shooting me? This is so annoying.
It's kind of a useful way to tell just how far the Lynels can see you. Because that will be coming up. At least the soonest I can think of. I did buy the DLC, but keep in mind I recorded everything up to part 51 before. So we're not going to be seeing that until afterwards.
Yeah, mule, yeah!
But around that point it will show like how the Lynel mask affects the Lynels, because it's not the same as the Moblins.
Can you ride them like a steed? Get on my back, tinier Lynel. I see you're missing 2 of your legs.
That was the wrong button.
3 swings.
Was it that horrible blonde boy that did this to you?
It is much easier to fight the Lynels with the regular swords.
Yeah. Their timing's really easy. This blue Lynel still has just way more health than he should.
Yeah. I think he might have more health than the final boss. At least I remember reading that somewhere.
Huh.
So this is the Omega weapon of Zelda.
Like, to be fair, if you're fighting the final boss, chances are you're gonna be using mostly your ancient arrows.
You know, every time I fought the final boss, I've always forgotten to use them.
Oh, really?
It's definitely one of those games that once you get there, it's not much of a challenge anymore.
No. By that time, I think I had the level 4 ancient armor, and I just kind of laughed off all of his hits.
Oh, yeah. Well, even just thinking into the alternate route, when I finally beat Ganon early, there was one take where I did use ancient arrows, but the take where I won, I didn't.
That's right. I guess the lesson here is ancient arrows are a trap.
They evaporate enemies, but at what cost?
All of their drops.
Yeah, actually.
And like 1,000 rupees a pop, I think.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Seems every time a Lynel jumps backwards like that, they're probably gonna do the fireball.
Oh, nice parry.
Too bad it doesn't send him back, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. You know, what's interesting about the Lynels is that they're basically world bosses, right? They're easily on a tier with the Hinoxes and the, you know, Taluses and things, but they don't get the boss health bar.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
I mean, in my experience, these guys are way harder than the other two.
Oh, yeah, because I mean, the other two are like, they're like boss balanced kind of thing. They have a weakness, and if you exploit the weakness, then they take a bunch of damage, whereas these guys are just... You've been hacking at them for days.
I mean, their face is technically a weak point, and also the back of the head if you can hit it.
Nope.
Like I'm doing right now.
There it is.
But even then, you're plugging away at them with shock arrows, and it's not doing much.
Like, look how little damage that did.
Hug me. Nope.
And those were triple shock arrows, too.
Yeah, and when he hits you, it does that.
Yep.
This is one of my favorite tricks. When you jump on their back and just smash them with your weapon. After like 5 hits, you backflip off of them. But then you can go into slow-mo and keep shooting them with arrows. So you can get a little bit more of their health out.
Very nice.
I mean, I know every little bit helps, but he is made of lots of little bits.
Yeah. But not anymore.
Yay.
You did it!
Until the next blood moon.
Well, eventually, you know, you just get these guys on farm and get their sweet, sweet, pulsy guts. Mm-hmm.
Pulses with the vitality of a Lynel.
You can make a lot of Mon in the black market Lynel gut trade.
It boasts more blades.
It's shaped even more like a dog bone.
I like the description is basically, the Lynel can accidentally cut someone.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I found one normally!
Ra-da-da-da-da.
Hey, star bits.
Yeah, I love those star bits.
Find 599 more and feed them to a hungry Luma.
That's right, time to eat! What are you guys doing up there? Oh, you interrupted their chess game.
And also interrupted the frame rate.
Yeah, I gotta say.
They were sitting there playing Thud.
Wonder if this is a reference to anything. And also kind of dangerous to have a flame blade sticking into a tree.
Oh, not really. Endgrain doesn't burn that well.
Here we go. I was just waiting for the rain to start. This is just outside of Kakariko. I'm actually leading out to that area that Picongo told me about, the very first memory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I've been a bad boy and I'm in trouble.
My blocks.
Nice.
Nice.
For most people, this will probably be the first time that you meet a certain type of someone.
Oh, what's up, traveler?
Why is his face so small?
Because he was abducted by aliens, and they gave him small face syndrome.
Ah, I hate that. There's no cure for that. It's terminal.
Raiden. It touched my heart. This was my first introduction to the Yiga.
That was an awfully big lead up there to whatever this is. Give me your nanners, you piece of crap.
Yeah, these guys always drop a bunch of money and some bananas.
The Yiga friggin' love bananas.
I mean, you cook a bunch of bananas all at once, you get a pretty good meal.
The wind sounds like one of the howling stones from Twilight Princess. This is a pretty cool area. It's filled with all these flooded ruins. Raises interesting lore questions.
Sure.
Do you mean fascinating lore implications?
Well, if I could read anything, maybe. Ooh, a white bokoblin. We haven't really seen one of those yet.
It's all bokoblins and Lizalfos and...
He has many hit points.
Yep. You don't mess with the white bokoblins. They're the strongest bokoblin there is.
Then I accidentally killed a Chew I didn't know was there.
Whoops.
This is a good time to break out any shock weapons you might have and steal their weapons.
Oh yeah. That one's only got, yeah, just a dragon bone.
That's a decent weapon.
Yeah, I mean dragon bone is the strongest bokoblin / moblin weapon. They're okay. Lizalfos weapons are the best.
Oh, speaking of which... At this point, I'm mostly just looking around desperately for the shrine in the area.
I remember having trouble finding this one.
Yeah, there's a couple in here and they're pretty sneaky.
It's yet another shrine hidden behind a waterfall.
Yeah, that's why.
Yes.
Like we saw just last time. Ha! Gonna do it again? Nah, whatever.
I got him.
I do like timing my hits with heavy weapons to not combo. So you smack them in the face, they do a little shake-off animation, glare at you, smack them in the face again.
It's just like you're chopping wood.
Oh. So there's an invisible jet ski over there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of invisible jet skis over there.
But they're not invincible. It's just Lizalfos. Whee!
Look at all those jerks.
This looks like a job for overkill. Thank you for standing in water. Ow, my toe. Well, Rivali hasn't recharged yet, so I'm gonna have to brave the water.
Going okay.
Yeah. Using it to my advantage. Get up there. What are you doing?
A suspicious rock.
Yeah, I live in terror.
Where are you going? Link? I can't swim.
Why do you free me and then leave me?
Hello? Do you want to hang out?
I have X vs. Sever on DVD.
Koroks.
Koroks have terrible taste in movies.
Jeez.
Rivali's gale is now ready.
And late.
Take me away from this tedious Korok and his bad movies.
Kinda nice we're getting the snowy area music, even though we're down where it's not cold.
It's always cold in that poor Korok's heart.
I thought you were gonna say it's always cold in Philadelphia.
Is it? I've never been to Philadelphia.
I was just in Philadelphia, and based on one data point, yes, it is always cold there.
Ah, yep. Well, I'm glad that we solved that.
Especially in November. Boo.
Oh. A long throw Zora sword. No wonder they lost the war. So, my fishy brethren, I've developed the ultimate weapon that will ensure the security of Zora's domain. It's a sword, but it's a sword that you can throw. Like, really far.
If anyone actually throws weapons regularly, please post in the thread.
I went to an axe throwing range.
I meant in this game.
Oh, yeah, if you do that in this game, probably go to an axe throwing range instead. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
It's great. It's like darts, only with hatchets, and I'm really bad at it.
Yeah, this was at the Renaissance Fair near us.
Oh.
I know we went as a for a school trip when I was a youngin'. While my friends purposely threw one really hard over the target so we could go back and get it later.
Can't believe that they would steal an axe from a nerd.
Yeah, I ran with a rough crowd back in high school.
Going to Renaissance fairs, engaging in hooliganry.
Let's sneakily shatter his spine.
My bum.
Oh! My tender biscuits.
I gotta have those biscuits so you can put butter on them.
Please don't butter a Moblin's biscuits.
That next area has another Lynel. It's just a regular Lynel, though.
Yeah, you should share your spicy peppers.
The real reason I'm here, this is where the memory is. I remember first time I played, I didn't realize there was a second gate much further away from Kakariko. So, like, I thought what I had to do is I had to stand in front of that first gate and take a selfie.
Oh!
Look, I know we're millennials, but selfies aren't the answer to everything.
Hey, we let's played Wind Waker, and we proved you wrong.
Okay, well, Wind Waker's amazing, so I'll give you that one.
Well, Don't keep us in suspense. How'd everything go up there on the mountain?
So you didn't feel anything? No power at all?
I'm sorry, no.
Then let's move on. You've done all you could. Feeling sorry for yourself won't be of any help. After all, it's not like your last shot was up there on Mount Lynel. Anything could finally spark the power to seal Ganon away. We just have to keep looking for that thing.
That's kind of you. Thank you.
If I may, I thought you... well, I'm not sure how to put this into words. I'm actually quite embarrassed to say it. But I was thinking about what I do when I'm healing. You know, what usually goes through my mind. It helps when I think about...
This is it, then.
Are you sure?
Positive.
It's awake. Ganon.
Let's stop wasting time. We're gonna need everything we got to take that thing down. Now, champions, to your divine beasts, show that swirling swine who's boss. Link will need to meet Ganon head-on when we attack. This needs to be a unified assault. Little guy, you get to Hyrule Castle. You can count on us for support, but it's up to you to pound Ganon into oblivion.
Come, we should go. We need to get you someplace safe.
No. I'm not a child anymore. I may not be much use on the battlefield, but there must be something I can do to help.
Band practice.
I had that dream where I was in front of all the champions and I was naked.
They called me a little guy. It's extremely upsetting.
That dude was much easier to kill than the one in the Colosseum.
Yep.
Though somehow he had a much better bow.
Wow, that is made of beef.
Yeah, that's interesting that he was carrying the strongest Lynel thing.
Like, even without the attack power plus. Now, what I'm doing here, I'm actually climbing up the Lynel mountain. We've seen 2 of the dragons. We haven't seen the 3rd yet. And, it's looking like something bad happened to him.
Yeah, he had some bad curry.
Ew!
It was full of eyeballs.
Lynel's got a peeper infestation.
Calamity curry.
Ew.
That or maybe he just had too much insight.
The dragon has eyes on the inside. Oh.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, the eyes would be on the inside.
Give us eye.
This is sort of supposed to be the tutorial for what to do with the dragons and the springs. Because this is the Spring of Wisdom. Just in the last part, we saw a cutscene with Zelda talking about going up to the spring. And the memory we just saw was them leaving it.
Which is weird, because, you know, normally her Triforce is the Triforce of Wisdom. It's strange that it didn't work.
Yeah, they sort of play with that in this game. Nobody has one specific piece of the Triforce this time.
Yeah.
It's sort of implied the secret power that Zelda has is the entire Triforce. She just hasn't unlocked it yet.
Sure. Nadra. That's it. All these dragons and their nonsense names.
Well, it's because Zelda hasn't paid $5.99 to unlock it.
Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh.
Do not support microtransactions.
Don't do it.
And no, I don't count the DLC for this game as that.
If I found out you bought Star Wars Battlefront 2, I will come to your house and wag my finger at you disapprovingly.
You don't want that to happen. Yemi's disapproval is legendary.
So, sort of the same thing as the other dragons. Though in this case, we need to destroy all of the eyeballs. But the dragon is going to fly around. He will create updrafts so he can fly up and sort of get close to him. Every time you destroy an eyeball, he will stay sort of in one area, and then you'll have to destroy another one. He'll move to another location. And also, it takes a long time for the eyes to open up, so you're going to be waiting for a while.
Yeah. I like the understated music that they went with.
Yeah.
You know, the very mystical sort of dragon theme.
Nope. Still nope. Damn it.
It's just, I don't know, something about the Nadra fight just seems really profoundly sad.
Well, by this point, you've probably seen the other dragons, if you haven't actually gotten their scales or anything.
Yeah, you're most likely to have seen Farosh, if you're going the quote-unquote intended route. Oh, hello!
Give me your kiss.
I've gotten knocked down the mountain exactly by that. Just clipped me in the back of the head with a toe, and I went tumbling down. It was very embarrassing.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
God damn it, Mecha Prime. Oh!
Aha.
Ah, nice shot.
Yeah, when this started, I got real worried that I was gonna have to, like, chase them all over the area.
You kind of do.
It's a very long route.
Sort of, but then they start circling one of the peaks and...
Clipping through a tree.
And luckily not, you know, shooting ice balls at you.
Man, when you're that big, you can clip through whatever you want.
You just go down into this little forest. I was getting kind of worried at this point, but then the gust actually started pushing me forward.
Link, he's trying to lose us in the trees. Can you get a visual?
I think another thing I like about this music, it sounds like a corrupted version of the dragon theme.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Thank you, Fishwife.
Sure.
Nope.
Why did you try to shield surf at the very end there?
I don't know.
He's trying to block the ground.
Sure.
Trying to perfect parry the ground.
Yes. Hyrule just goes spinning off into space below you.
Look, if Captain America can do it.
Hey, Nadra. How you doing? Oh, you're so pretty now.
Yeah, it was just one of those exfoliating masks that just really got away from him.
Now he's a Sheikah dragon.
The dragon was corrupted by beauty products.
Aren't we all these days?
Yeah, tell me about it. I love my man wipes.
I have my, I have to put my mandation on every day. What do you... Oh, okay, yes. Hey, come back here with that.
Good aim, unlike all the others.
What are you talking about? They have great aim. They find the most inconvenient location and hit it.
And we never see him again.
This was the last one that I found, so the tutorial came a little late.
Yep.
I must go. My people need me.
I think Nadra is probably the hardest dragon to farm. She just has, like, the most inconvenient route to get to.
I assume something will take dragon bits as upgrade materials.
Yeah. Which is why you need to farm them.
Hey Zelda, look what I can do.
That wasn't so hard.
I'm not Zelda anymore.
Giton Samus? I didn't know that was her first name.
I think I can get another heart. You need to actually go into the shrine before you can talk to this statue.
It's like, what are you waiting for? Get in there.
That is a pattern you'll see. There's 2 other shrines in the world, and you need the scales from the 2 other dragons.
We've seen this Shrine of Power. The Shrine of Courage is hidden a little better. Even though you can't see it on the map.
It's hidden behind, fuck you, Lizalfo Alley.
It's hidden inside my mouth, actually.
It is.
Yep. I'm really tired of Breath of the Wild players crawling up into my jaws. What for dropping dragon scales.
Your dentist says they really have to stop.
For real. You guys couldn't scrape a little bit of plaque while you're in there? Jerks.
I mean, you can't floss with dragon scales.
No, I totally can. Nor would I want to. That's sacrilegious.
Damn. This one you need to shield surf.
Gotta do it. Look at Link shredding the gnar.
Question for this one is, will Miserloo give you a copyright strike?
Oh! Yes, it will. Dick Dale is an asshole.
We have yet to find out if what I did for alternate route part 5 will get a strike. You guys haven't even seen that yet. It hasn't been uploaded yet.
No. I'm looking forward to it, though.
Looking forward to someone else watching it and telling me, because I cannot stand the sound of my own voice.
So there's not really anything along this coast, but there is a hidden shrine here.
There sure is.
I believe I've talked to the person, but this is a secret that someone in... No, I guess I haven't. This is a secret that someone in Hateno tells you about. There's a line of trees that points you in this direction.
Yeah, I don't think you talked to the person, but you pointed out the trees. Ooh, nice, though.
Yes.
Yeah, needed these.
Do you have the whole climbing set now?
Yes, I do. I look a bit more like a construction worker than a climber.
Do you look like you're going to Burning Man?
Yeah, you do kind of look like the kind of dude who would pick up girls at a climbing wall.
Subsist entirely on granola and pretentiousness.
Hey, watch your mouth.
No. I didn't even think of that.
Pretentious granola.
Oh, well, I never.
Moi.
If you'll excuse me, I will be in my atelier.
Is that a series of JRPGs?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's, you know, it's French for workshop. It's very pretentious French for workshop.
As in, they don't even say it in France.
It's just a regular word in France, but yeah, if English speakers say it, that means that they're trying to charge you extra money for bespoke upcycled pallet wood.
So this is a cool area surrounded by bog. It's actually nearby the next memory, but I wanted to check it out first.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
They seen ya.
They knew you were coming. It's an ambush. Your bomb arrows are woefully ineffective against that bokoblin.
Oh, I think he's good now.
Yeah, okay, drowning him in the bog works.
I mean, it's a slow, painful death, but...
Oh, thank goodness I've got all of these boiled eggs and steak that I ripped out of a Hinox.
Look, man, all this workout, he needs his protein.
Steak and eggs is the most nutritious breakfast. Nice. $100?
You're poor all of a sudden.
What did you buy anyway?
I don't remember.
Was that the shit ton of bomb arrows from the Gerudo town?
That probably put a dent into it, but I don't think it was all of it.
Did you get drunk and start ordering shit off Amazon?
I do that without getting drunk.
You guys don't understand. I needed that full boxed set of MASH. Yes, I'm aware they play it on TV all the time.
I think TNT just shows it on odd days.
Right. Whenever they need to, like, pack some holes in their lineup.
Or they need to take a break from Law and Order. God, that joke is ancient. I don't even know if it makes sense anymore.
You know, I'm good with it. I got it, and that's what counts. We're equally old.
Go team.
Go, yeah, sure. Don't high-five too hard, you'll throw my back out.
Oh, my hip.
There you are, goddammit. Oh, and a couple deer.
Ah, the free wood forest.
I remember this deer.
How is it still alive?
Link never even got to Ganon. He got trampled by a deer.
I remember you!
How did it come to this? The divine beasts, the guardians, they've all turned against us. It was Calamity Ganon. It turned them all against us. And everyone, Mifa, Urbosa, Rivali and Daruk, they're all trapped inside those things. It's all my fault. Our only hope for defeating Ganon is lost, all because I couldn't harness this cursed power. Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing. So I really am just a failure. All my friends, the entire kingdom, my father most of all. I tried and I failed them all. I left them all to die.
Ending it on a sad note.
We collected the whole set. I mean, we basically knew how it ended anyway.
Yeah.
It's the problem with prequels.
That means all that's left is to go to Impa and tell us we've got my brain back.
Hey, I remember everything. Kinda wish I didn't. It was really depressing.
Still not giving me that orb, huh?
Nope.
I'll get to Naboris, goddammit.
Yes, I know where they are.
What do you mean already? It's part 31.
It is in my bedchamber, young man.
God, no. She looks only somewhat more attractive than Twin Rova.
Before or after?
So I know this location. This is that sort of guardian wasteland in between Dueling Peaks and Hateno Fort. Aha, there it is.
Hey! It's nice. It's some of the most defensive armor in the game.
Yeah, you need to upgrade it to get it there, but... It also has a cool other ability. While you're wearing it, you can actually see your enemy's health bar. As in, the exact numerical value of their HP. Pretty useful for when you're fighting Lynels.
Also, I like the look of it. It's kind of interesting that they didn't, you know, give you the usual green tunic.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, saying how would be a spoiler, though. So, remember, you need to take a picture of the picture, which is kind of silly. But remember to do that before coming out here, otherwise the memory won't be here.
Oh, because Link needs to look at something.
Right.
His memory is, well, you know.
Yeah.
A single red moblin. It's adorable. Oh, there's 3 of them.
He's got friends.
He's now no longer adorable.
We're in the field of swords! Let's desecrate a grave!
In the land of swords, the man with a hammer is king.
Link's just motioning towards them. Go ahead, pick it up. Pick it up, I dare you.
Here we are, folks. Final memory.
Oh.
It's such a pretty place to have it. So you know it's going to be hell.
No big deal, just looking at friggin' Instagram at Gettysburg, or whatever.
Hashtag war selfie.
Yellowstone National Graveyard.
Link, save yourself. Go. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Run! So he can still be saved?
Princess! Princess, are you all right?
Take Link to the Shrine of Resurrection. If you don't get him there immediately, we are going to lose him forever. Is that clear? So make haste and go. His life is now in your hands. Link. You have recovered all of your memories of us from 100 years ago. I am here, inside Hyrule Castle. It is now time for you to defeat Ganon.
I have not yet ridden a deer, Zelda. I'm not going to go to my death without riding a king of the forest.
But hey, at least I now know who I really am. Except I fucking don't.
You're a loyal dog.
We already talked about this a little bit. I had sort of meant for it to be the capper for the entire memory side quest, but Skippy, your problem with the backstory is it's just a generic JRPG plot. My problem with it is they're not Link's memories. They're Zelda's memories, and Link is a brick who has no personality. Like, they just say that he has a family, he has a personality. Like, we do see when he cooks and when he eats food. Obviously, he loves food, and that's not relevant to anything. It's a wasted opportunity to actually have Link be a character, or to have Zelda be the main character, because the story is hers. And it's such a backstep, especially after Skyward Sword. Like, I have so many problems with Skyward Sword. The story isn't one of them. I actually liked how much personality and how much of a personal journey Link had. And in this one, he has nothing. It's such a backstep.
I mean, there's no Groose for him to play off of. It's a problem. I mean, that's a joke, and seriously, like, there's nothing for him to play off of. Like, he can't really develop a personality because, I mean, he's Zelda's protector, yeah, but he needs something else. Like, he doesn't have a foil.
I don't know, even in Skyward Sword, right? You know, you can tell Link's a woodcarver. He's got hobbies and stuff. That's cool. This is just like, what does he do? He buys a house, fills it with weapons, fills it with furniture that isn't his.
Oh, he was a knight, and he can wield the Master Sword. Yeah, I knew that before I got to GameStop.
It seems like if there's just one or two more memories of just Link younger, or even like maybe at some point before Zelda and Link had met professionally, that would be kind of cool. I was like, that would sort of finish the story for me. I guess it's one of those cases of they put so much work into the world and the gameplay. If the story of itself weren't so weak, this would be by far my favorite Zelda, putting away my nostalgia and appreciation for Majora's Mask, which even after LPing through it and I had so much trouble with the dungeons, I still put up as my #1 favorite game. In this case, it sticks out so much for how weak the story is. Like, it is remarkably weak in multiple ways. It's so plain. And Breath of the Wild is sort of a nebulous return to the original Zelda on the NES, which was just an open world with a pretty thin story. But I'm not sure that they meant to go with a thin story. They clearly meant for there to be a lot of weight to it, at least regarding the characters. They focused on Zelda, but they forgot to frame it around Zelda.
Yeah, it suffers from, the open world problem where they're trying to make everything feel really critical, and this is a hero's journey, but also, why don't you go shield surf down a mountain? Why don't you ride a bear? Why don't you hilariously drop a rock on a Yiga? You know what? Why don't you do that? It's okay, we'll get to Zelda sooner or later.
When it comes to that, even Skyrim did it better because, like, the lack of direction, you need to kill dragons to get more powerful before you can do something. This is kind of implied, go get the Divine Beast now. Do it now.
Gotta do it. Zelda can't hold on much longer. Every minute you dilly-dally is another minute that Zelda's gotta hold off this primal force of destruction.
It is sort of clever that most of the cutscenes are just flashbacks. The story is sort of already over, so in that way, you're not too pressed. Like, they do still want you to go get the Divine Beasts, but you're not sitting waiting for cutscenes that are happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost Dark Souls-ish in that way, in that all the big stuff's already happened, so it's not necessarily you doing things, it's more you discovering things.
Putting the pieces back together.
Right.
Can't believe the Breath of the Wild is just picking through the carcass of a dead world.
There are a lot of things I do like about this story. I do like how dark they went with it. Link and Zelda fucking lost. Ganon won. Zelda sealed Ganon away for 100 years, but Hyrule is gone, and it's very clear that so much destruction was wrought. Link essentially died. They saved him at the last second. It took 100 years for him to come back, but at that point it was too late. The character arc that Zelda has is much more personal and deeper than Nintendo had really tackled before. There's a lot you can read into about personal identity. Her father forcing her into this one mold when she wants to be something else, and that actually stifles what the father wants to accomplish. It's an interesting take. It's cheap that the answer was, I needed a boyfriend, but still, it's smarter than usual.
Yeah, I mean, because you can't even go generic with that, like, oh, she needs something to protect. Like, she wants to protect the world.
Right.
It's like, nope, she needs a blonde-haired pretty boy first. Then she can save the world.
Don't we all, though?
Well, yeah.
Hey, just call me. I can't wield the Master Sword. Yet. Because I don't know where it is.
Ooh, I do. Pick me.
Nope, we gotta get there in LP first!
Oh.
Don't worry, we're not actually too far from that. In part 35, we will be getting the Master Sword.
We'll find out that it's in my mouth.
Yeah, we lost it under all the dragon scales.
Please get it out. It's cutting my gums up.
Woohoo, that's, aside from actually getting the Divine Beasts, that's the backstory taken care of. That's the big chunk of the story done. So now it's just fun from here on out.
Now we know where we've been. All that matters is getting where we're going.
Excluding the memories you get from going through the story. They do count as memories, but still.
I mean, it's memories of when your friends died, so...
Great memories.
Do we want them?
I'm gonna go rewatch the one about Rivali.
Oh man, I just have that set. That's how I go to sleep every night.